So when it comes to top water, are 6 blades better than 2? Today we find out as we build a turbo buzzbait. Our platform of choice today is the Do It Mold's Buzz Keel in 1/2 ounce. Here's what she looks like on the inside. No need to pour it today though, because I already have it poured and painted. So here's what she looks like before we add anything else to it. Larger size wire form, ready to go. That Buzz Keel has that little keel on the bottom. I don't know if it makes a difference. I just kinda like it. So what I would normally do here is take a normal 2-blade buzz bait blade and feed it right onto there through the one hole, through the little doohickey, and there you go. And then we would add a rivet on the bottom or on the back there, and we've got a buzz bait. But there's these things called turbo blades. Maybe it's a turbo setup, I don't know. But it's essentially the same as the buzz bait blade, only this gaping hole in the middle where you put a little 4-deal quad in there like that. We are going to put a skirt on it. I'm feeling a sexy shad look. So this is out of the Barlow's striped silicone line. Don't want it to be super thick, so I only have 1 tab, and as you can see, I have the ring on there because I do want the availability or the possibility to take the skirt off and run this without a skirt if I want to. So you can see I have that O-ring not in the middle, closer to one side. That is on purpose because as it folds over, it's going to be more level. So we're going to put the short end down. So we're going to put that guy inside of there, spin it around and shove it all the way up, and then just check our lengths to make sure that it's where we want it to be. Yeah, got a little bit of adjustment. There we go. I think that will do it. Yeah, that looks better. Now all we got to do, flip it over and cut off those tabs. There we go. And now that the tabs are gone, you can kind of fine tune. And I think that's going to do for us. Let's turn our attention now to the blade. So we got to make sure that we do this in the right order. Obviously we want the thinner side forward. So we're going to feed it through there, but not all the way through. Just kind of hold it there. Get our skinny end of the turbo and stick it in there, maybe. There we go. And get it fed all the way through. Now we can finish it through that back hole. And there you go. The finished product. As far as I know, again, first time making this, so I don't know if there's supposed to be a spacer to keep that guy right in the middle like that. Obviously the water is going to be pushing this way. This blade's going to be turning as well as the middle, so maybe it doesn't matter and it won't get hung up. As the water pushes back, I just don't want it to get stuck and not be able to turn. But again, because everything's turning, I think it'll be okay. Anyway, we're gonna go with it. We need one more thing, a rivet for the back. There you go, got that guy on there, and now all we gotta do, take a pair of pliers, grab that, and just give it a little bit of a bend, just enough to keep that rivet from popping off. And bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, we've got ourselves a turbo buzzbait. But we are far from complete. This is only stage 1 to get our lead where we want it. We need a sweet trailer to go with this, and historically I have used a 4.6-inch Epic Freakin' Frog for all of my buzz baits, but I wanted to try something new today, and we're going to spin off of the Sexy Shad striped silicone there. So let's head over to the soft plastics and make a dandy of a trailer. And what dandy of a trailer am I talking about? I'm glad you asked. I'm thinking the 4.5 Epic Rocket Grub. It's a bait that doesn't get nearly enough love. And I have the tail mold for it, which I already shot. So if you guys remember the Silver Shiner, color, that new color by Lureworks. I had leftovers of that from the last time we used it, so I grabbed the tail mold and I went ahead and shot some up. Those are already taken care of, and I even loaded them into the mold. All right, our first cup of BaitPlastics 242 is ready to go, although for this application, anytime you get into those slightly larger baits, 292 is another great option if you still want the ultra clear low odor, but you want it at a medium hard. 292 is another fantastic option. All right, let's do the top first. I pulled out, I guess I should show you. I pulled out some sky blue. This is a BaitPlastics powder. I think 1/8 of a teaspoon will do. Let's find out if I'm right. There's a slightly heaping 1/8 of a teaspoon. Haven't used this one in a while, but if I recall, it is gorgeous. And yes, that is beautiful. The 4.5 grub is thicker, right? So we don't need it quite as saturated. Let's just add like a 1/16 more, just to make sure. Really want a good, clean laminate on this thing if I can get it. That's really nice, really nice. So, as I mentioned, we want to use some chartreuse flake to pull in the sexy shad side. So this is 015 chartreuse flake, small stuff. I'm going to do a 1/16. It's my 8-bit wall with Last Swim Custom, the holders and everything. Freaking love this thing. So for this one, my hollow shift is up here. Let's grab some Sonic off of the wall. We're going to add some Sonic to this mix as well. All right, first up is the chartreuse, 1/16. And we're probably going to go, let's go with a 32nd of the Sonic just to see how it looks. We can always add another if we want to. By the way, if you guys like that storage system, head over to Bobby's channel, or I'll have the link to it down in the description. You guys can check it out and get some for yourself. I think he's making them for even other brands and such. All right, yeah, we can zip that up a little bit more. Another heaping 30 seconds. That might get lost. Whoa. Whoa, what?
Hi!
Ah, there she is. Yeah, my daughter Gwen. Isn't she beautiful?
Do you want me to close the garage?
Yes, please, actually. Close the garage.
Bye, y'all!
Yeah, just trying to... Nice. Don't mind me. Over here making baits. Doesn't it look good? Can you see the Sonic swirl in there? Gives it that extra shimmer. Yeah, that will work. Well, the sun's still high, so it's a little early to be throwing a buzzbait, but I don't care. We're gonna do it anyway. Starting out here at the Joker. Ooh, gerbil, gerbil, gerbil out there. That's nice. I can't reel it slow. Wow. It's just kind of chugging right along. I can hear that thing squeaking clear over here. That's awesome. A squeaky buzzbait is a good buzzbait. There's one. Found one in the shallows. Yeah, he's a decent one too. That's a nice one to start the day off on. Oh, I didn't even get it up on top of the water for that one. Oh, he's just a little dude, but we love his tenacity. I must have dropped it right on his poor little head. Okay, second cup is ready to rock and roll. We're going to go to one of my favorite powders by Lureworks, Silk Pearl. Beautiful, beautiful belly color. color. Once again, going with an 1/8, kind of a keeping 1/8. See what that gets us here. I think, if my memory serves, this one is a little bit more opaque, a little bit more concentrated, so we may not need that extra little dollop. Go ahead and do it, just in case. So an 1/8 and another 1/16. Rather have it a little more opaque and make sure that we can get a good laminate than lose the white and just see blue through it. That looks pretty phenomenal, but we definitely need a little sparkle factor in our belly, and I'm thinking once again we go to the wall. So I'm thinking best car for this. This is the siren scale section. You guys remember best car? It's that super flashy holographic type deal. Let's go with a 1/16 here. See what that looks like. See what that gives us. It's pretty concentrated. Oh boy, yeah. Well, maybe I shouldn't have put that extra. Dang. Maybe I shouldn't have put that extra 1/16 in there. There's another one. If we don't get the pop because it's getting buried, then I might go to. Ooh, I just had an idea. Let's see what this does. Alright, so that's definitely better. I like that, but hold on a second. Yeah, how about this guy? Giant silver. Let's do an 1/8 of extra large silver from Lureworks, from Barlow's. This is their new XL line. Let's see if that gives us more of a scale look. Yeah, I can see it popping through there now. Still pretty opaque, but I think that is going to work. So we know that the bait catches fish. We certainly landed a couple out at the Joker, but while I was fishing it, I noticed that it was pulling to the right a lot more than I thought it was going to. It's not uncommon for buzzbaits to pull to the right, pull to the left, based on the shape or the bend of the blade that you're using. You're going to choose clockwise, counterclockwise. It's pretty normal, but this was an exaggerated amount, and it got me thinking. Remember when I put these blades together, the inside blade was encroaching on the back of the insert. So I was worried that it was going to get hung up there and affect the action. Got home, got on Barlow's, probably something I should have done to begin with, to see if there was any terminal, any little components that were inside where those two blades come together, and lo and behold, there were indeed. They call for, as you can now see, a 5/32 bead and an extra rivet. See that guy right there? So now it suspends properly. All right, let's see if this thing runs any better with the added bead and rivet. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it definitely runs better. It runs truer. This thing is coming in straight as an arrow. Wow. Let that be a lesson. Don't make my mistake. Make sure you add a bead and a rivet to the inside and get your buzzbait running right. All right, these both right around 330, which is usually a little higher rather than I usually shoot, but cold block, cold injectors, cold mold. I want a little bit extra heat. This mold is, what is it, asymmetric or symmetric? I don't know. Both sides are the same, so you don't have to worry about top and bottom. But because of the ridges, we really need to try to shoot this as slow as possible, which cold gear is going to make that a little dangerous. I wish that I had remembered to warm up the block and my injector and even the mold prior to, but I did not, so we're just going to make the most of it. Nice and slow. Uh-oh. Alright, well, you might have seen the weird look that I gave you. It's because I'm not sure that this one filled out, and if it didn't, that really sucks, because that means I've got to go all the way back through and reshoot the tails because I only shot one. I guess we're gonna find out together if it worked. I'm about 90% sure that it did not because this is a big mold. This is a 6 cavity, all right? There you go, 6 cavity, 4.5 inches times 6. It takes a lot of plastic. Huh? Are you kidding me? Really? I'm legitimately shocked. I did not think that this made it through. And are they full? They're not hollow. Holy moly! It worked. Shows what I know. What the heck? 4.5 inches each. That tail. Look at how good that tail looks on the end of there. Of course, you can see the chartreuse shimmer through the blue. Very, very nice. And now, let's spin it around. I added yet another 1/8 of a teaspoon of that giant silver flake, hoping that it would catch a glimmer every now and then. I think maybe, oh yeah, I can see it. Look at that guy. See what I was saying about the extra flake? You don't see these giant rings of it. It's almost like it's turned and the edge of the giant flake hits the edge every now and then, like that right there. That's cool. And that silver tail, man, lamination, despite my best efforts to screw it up, worked out really nice. I love the chartreuse in that blue. Check that guy out. Holy schlamolies, does that look good? Oh my gosh. And then we got the chartreuse turbo blade. I can't even talk, I'm excited. Holy moly. That sucker going through the water, nice and bright. Got the thing and the blade and the thing and the gurgle and the pop and the wham! That's a winner. That is a winner. Hope you guys agree, and I hope you enjoyed the journey today. Couldn't be happier with how it all came out. Appreciate you coming along as usual, and until the next time, see you guys